This video provides an overview and startup instructions for the Cobrex steam-fired domestic hot water generator and storage water heater. The video content includes product description, sequence of operation, pre-startup checklist, startup process, and the Cobrex startup report. Detailed installation guidelines are included in the Cobrex Installation and Maintenance Manual PV 500-65 furnished with the product, or at our website, pvi.com. The Cobrex storage steam system is designed to provide domestic hot water for potable uses. The energy source is district, municipal, or locally produced steam at pressures up to 125 psi. The water is heated in a heat engine package consisting of a heat exchanger, temperature-operated pump, and condensate control valve in conjunction with a storage package including a water storage tank, digital temperature control, and all related safeties in accordance with industry requirements and recommendations for potable water heating devices. The storage tank includes a diffuser nozzle on the inlet of the tank and on the circulation return fitting to the tank. The diffuser nozzle is designed to reduce the velocity and directionality of the inlet streams to the tank. This prevents disturbing the tank's natural occurring stratification of heat to provide a more uniform tank temperature, as well as ensuring the heat exchanger is provided with the coldest inlet water, increasing the efficiency of the system. The diffuser is designed into a bolt-on flange for easy removal, maintenance, and cleaning. The Cobrex water heater operates to satisfy the temperature set point of the TempTrack digital operating thermostat located in the front control panel. The TempTrack operating sensor, Temperature Probe 1, is located in the storage tank just above the circulating pump piping connections. The TempTrack is factory adjusted to a set point of 120 degrees. This set point can be adjusted to the desired stored water temperature required to maintain your specific system design requirements. When there is no hot water demand, the condensate control valve is closed to shut off steam flow through the heat exchanger, and the pump is de-energized to stop the circulation of heated water from the heat exchanger to the storage tank. When there is a demand, hot water exits from the top of the storage tank and is replaced by cold water entering into the bottom of the storage tank. When enough cold water enters the storage tank to lower the tank temperature 2 degrees or more below the TempTrack set point, the control energizes the circulating pump between the tank and heat exchanger and opens the condensate control valve. As the pump circulates, the cold domestic water from the storage tank enters the shell side of the heat exchanger and extracts heat from the steam, causing the steam in the tubes to condense. This creates a pressure drop in the steam inlet piping, which allows additional steam to enter the heat exchanger to heat the circulating domestic water before it returns to the storage tank. The condensing steam in the heat exchanger tubes flows through the condensate control valve into the main steam trap and out into the building condensate return system. When demand for hot water ends, the stored water temperature rises to the TempTrack operating set point. The condensate control valve is immediately de-energized and closes. The trapped steam continues to condense until the heat exchanger is entirely filled with condensate and the flow of steam is stopped completely. The circulating pump will continue to operate for approximately 30 seconds to extract and transfer any residual heat from the heat exchanger into the domestic water in the tank. When the time delay ends, the circulating pump is de-energized and stops the circulation of heated water from the heat exchanger to the storage tank. If for any reason the water temperature in the storage tank should rise above the TempTrack operating set point, the non-adjustable manual reset high temperature limit control will immediately de-energize the circulating pump and the condensate control valve. Important: before starting the water heater, ensure the unit is installed completely and properly. If your unit is not installed properly, do not attempt startup. Contact your installer immediately. The following 7-step pre-startup checklist is provided to ensure your startup process is completed in a safe and reliable manner. Before starting the unit, you will need to check for adequate electrical service, check the control cabinet components and wiring, and confirm if any external control wiring connections exist. You will then confirm the tank is filled with water, check the piping connections for leaks, and ensure the steam supply and condensate return lines are installed properly and that all relief valves and tank drains are plumbed properly. We'll review each checklist item in detail. Start by checking the electrical requirement for the water heater. Shut off the electrical service to the unit and turn the water heater power switch to the off position. The electrical service requirements are listed on the rating decal on the front of the storage tank. A standard product requires a 120 volt single phase 60 Hz power circuit that is also electrically grounded. Next, remove the control cabinet cover on the storage tank to access the electrical components. Visually check that all components are intact and no damage has occurred during transit or installation. Then check all wiring connections. A loose connection could cause intermittent shutdowns. Check to ensure the wires in the conduit leading from the heat exchanger assembly are connected with wire nuts to the same color-coded wires at the bottom of the control cabinet. Next, check to see if terminals R1 and R2 on the field access terminal board are jumped. If they are, nothing more needs to be done. If the terminals are not jumped but have wires connected to them, this indicates that a remote on-off relay is controlling the water heater from the building automation system. These wires must be removed prior to startup and the terminals must be jumped. Remember to remove the jumper and reconnect the remote wires after the startup is complete. With the water heater drain valve closed, open the system water supply valves and be sure that the system recirculating pumps are running. Open the cold inlet and hot outlet shutoff valves at the tank. Then open the temperature and pressure relief valve to purge air from the top of the tank and begin filling the tank. Close the relief valve when a steady flow of water is observed and continue to fill. Now open a nearby hot water faucet to allow trapped air to escape from the piping. A steady flow from the hot water faucet indicates the tank is full. You can now close the hot water faucet at this point. With the tank filled, check all tank flanges and pipe thread connections to ensure they are watertight and tighten as necessary to avoid leaks that will damage the tank insulation. The Cobrex storage tank incorporates bolt-on bronze tank flanges sealed by an O-ring gasket at each plumbing connection. A cover plate attaches to the jacket opening at each plumbing connection, which can be removed to access a bolt-on flange. If required, retighten a leaking bolt-on flange to a maximum torque of 11 foot-pounds. These tank flanges are located at the hot water outlet, the cold water inlet, the drain valve, the temperature and pressure relief valve, the upper and lower operating control sensors, and the tank circulating fittings. It's important to note at this point that all water, steam, and condensate lines must be supported before connection to the Cobrex water heater. The water heater should not support any piping weight. The steam pressure delivered to the Cobrex storage water heater must not exceed 15 psi. If the steam pressure exceeds 15 psi, a steam pressure regulating valve must be used. Next, check to ensure the main steam trap is connected to the building condensate return system. The Cobrex storage water heating system contains both temperature and pressure relief valves and pressure-only relief valves. The temperature and pressure relief valve is installed on the storage tank, and the pressure-only relief valve is installed on the heat exchanger piping. Check to ensure discharge lines are threaded into all relief valves and that each relief valve discharge piping is separately plumbed to a floor drain suitable for 210 degrees Fahrenheit. With our system pre-start checklist complete, we can now proceed with the startup process. These instructions should be followed in exact order to achieve safe and efficient operation of the product. Detailed startup instructions are included in the Cobrex Installation and Maintenance Manual PV 500-65. We will now review the startup process. Begin by confirming the main steam supply valve to the water heater is closed and that there is no demand on the system. Open both isolation shutoff valves on the heat exchanger plumbing. Turn the power switch to the on position to energize the circulating pump and condensate control valve. Check both for proper operation. The delay timer in the control cabinet will display a slow blinking red LED while the circulating pump is energized. Check for water leaks on the waterside piping. Open the pressure relief valve on the heat exchanger plumbing to purge trapped air. Close the pressure relief valve when a steady flow of water is observed. Now monitor the TempTrack LED readouts. The upper red readout displays the temperature of the water sensed at temperature probe 2 near the hot water outlet. The lower amber readout displays the temperature of the water sensed at temperature probe 1 near the middle of the tank. Now check the TempTrack control set point parameter ST1. Press the Set button to display parameter ST1 along with its value. The value displayed is 120 degrees. When proper operation is confirmed, turn the power switch to the off position to de-energize the circulating pump and condensate control valve. Open the steam strainer blowdown valve. Now gradually open the steam supply to the water heater and allow condensate and air to be vented through the steam strainer blowdown and main trap. Turn the power switch to the on position. If the temperature sensed in the tank is 2 degrees or more below the TempTrack set point, the circulating pump will energize and the condensate control valve will open. Slowly and fully open the steam supply valve and begin heating the water in the storage tank. Confirm the steam pressure entering the Cobrex heat exchanger is 15 psi or less. Observe the steam trap for proper operation. Now close the steam strainer blowdown valve. Important: there should be no noticeable pulsation or water hammer during this process. Contact your installer immediately if pulsation or water hammer is present, as this may damage the heat exchanger and/or cause system leaks. Allow the water temperature in the tank to rise above the TempTrack control set point. The control circuit should open and immediately de-energize the condensate control valve, followed by the circulation pump after a preset delay of about 30 seconds. A fast blinking red LED is displayed during the time delay period. When the delay period ends, the red LED stops flashing and the circulation pump is de-energized. All that remains is to confirm the TempTrack control set point is adjusted to the desired system operating temperature and to complete the startup report. To change the temperature set point, press the Set button. As the value flashes, use the up or down arrow buttons to increase or decrease the temperature set point. Press the Set button again to confirm the new value. To exit and return to the home screen, press the Set and up arrow button together, or wait 15 seconds without pressing any button. Note, the Cobrex water heater maintains a consistent hot water outlet temperature by anticipating changes in the stored water temperatures sensed in the tank. The delivered outlet temperatures shown in the upper LED display will be slightly hotter than the tank temperature sensed in the lower section of the tank and shown in the lower LED display. These temperatures result from the TempTrack set point temperature. Adjust the TempTrack set point as required to maintain your desired hot water outlet temperature. Your Cobrex startup is now complete. The startup report furnished with this water heater must be completed and sent to the manufacturer to register the installation address and the start date of the product warranty. The information on the startup report is required. All voltages, pressures, and temperature parameters must conform to the manufacturer's specifications. Failure to ensure and document that the equipment is operating in a safe and reliable manner may cause property damage, personal injury, or death. For additional product information and assistance, please visit our website at pvi.com